Hello, I'm Calvin Jones, and this is my social media project, Musicians and Social Media. First off, let's talk about social media. Social media is Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, all those lovely things we use to connect and talk to people and see our lovely faces. And the purpose of social media that I've found is to connect and to communicate with people. And one of the ways that we communicate is through advertising, which as musicians is very important for us to get our name out there. And many people have used this successfully, besides musicians. Some of the most successful musicians probably of all time is Two Set Violin. They created a YouTube channel that has actually been the source of their world tours, the first ever world tours that have been classical music world tours that are entirely funded by the fans. And how did they do this? Well, Brett Yang and Eddie Chen, or Two Set Violin as they're professionally known, are somewhat of a YouTube sensation. In addition to their musical skills, they're also quite comedic. Their social media extends to all the above stated platforms, i.e. Instagram, Twitter. Their biggest source of posts being YouTube. Two Set is the first ever group to have had a crowd-funded world tour. Most of what they post is relatable to musicians and aspiring musicians alike, as well as to people who simply enjoy listening to classical music. They talk about things like practicing 40 hours a day, poking fun at violists, and what Asian parents expect their kids to get a career in. They respond and interact heavily with their followers, often making videos as dictated by the fans. They have very charming personalities and a good comedic command of video editing to make their videos even more entertaining. Two Set's system of social media is probably the most successful of any classical musician ever, centrally because of their genuine personalities. Now, the biggest deal, I believe, for social media is to be genuine and sincere, because if you're not, people will know, and people don't like to just sit and read ads. And here I can show you some of their different social media things. This is a meme from Facebook. Stuff like this. They like goofy. They do all sorts of goofy things, but this is one of my favorites. They always talk about practice time. It's practice time. Do you want to go and practice now or practice tonight? It's the later option and the remind me tomorrow right above the Watch Two Set Violin, which is pretty great. If you haven't checked them out, I would definitely recommend it. And then this is their YouTube channel. They talk about anything from how to cheat at playing the violin to react to what life as a percussionist is like, what not to do as a violinist, dating a musician, and many more. And this is their Instagram. It's got a lot of the same posts. And really the whole thing is they actually are really talented. They are classical violinists, but they're very funny, and they really connect well with their fans. And so, social media is a very useful tool for musicians, and it can be a great benefit to help people to put their name out there and to get to know people. It really is helpful for bridging the gap between a musician and a non-musician and just helping people to get to know you better and find something to relate to. And that is it.